Like, subscribe and press the bell icon for more videos from PHN Learn. For more videos, download our app from the Play Store.
Hello everyone, welcome to the HTML and CSS tutorial by PHN Technology Private Limited. So in this tutorial, we are going to learn about the class and ID selectors. Now before starting, what are they? Let us just see why do we need them. Now, this is what we have created, a web page, okay. Now, I have three sections in here. If I want three headings of this section, every section's heading should be different from the other. Can I do that? Yes, obviously I can do that using inline. But what if I want to do the styling using internal and external, okay? Because that makes it easy, okay. So how can I do that? I cannot do that using my element selector, right? Nor the grouping selector. So here is where class and ID are used. Class and ID are mostly confused by everyone. Everyone thinks that they are similar, but actually they are very, very different. Class is used to style a set of elements, or you can add as many elements you want to add in a class and style them, okay. But in an ID, you can just style a particular tag or a particular element. Now, if you use both of them, you will see that they don't make any difference, and even you can add as many tags or elements you want to add in the ID. But as I have already previously said that sometimes some norms are unexplained, and that's how HTML and CSS have made some little rules. And that's why it is always said that class is used to style number of elements, whereas ID is used to style a particular unique element. Okay, now let's just understand this with an example. Okay, now what you see on the screen is a class, a normal school class. Now if I denote the class as 6th A and I call them, everyone is gonna come, okay. But if I call a particular student, everyone is assigned a particular roll number, and that's how I call them. So that particular roll number of this class is the ID, okay. It acts as an ID in the HTML. Now let's just understand this more with little more example, okay. Now if I give a homework, okay, to the entire class, so the entire class here has to do the homework, right? But if I allot this particular student, that is the roll number 2, a particular task, will the entire class do it? No. This is what the difference is. When I give a styling to a class, the elements inside that class will follow the styling. But in ID, I will style a particular element, a particular tag. And that's how it makes it unique, and we don't use it very often when it comes to mass styling, okay. So now enough of the definition and example, let's just take a practical look at it. So let's just start with class first, okay. So as I've told, what was the problem? I want to give this particular elements or this particular sections a particular different colors. Right. So how am I going to do that? For that we use the very two important tags div and span. Remember, these are tags. Now let's just first talk about div. Now what does div do? Div is an block line element. Now what is a block line element? It basically takes up the entire space, even though if it requires a little bit of space. It would not see how much space the element inside it requires, rather it will just take up the entire row, okay. And what is span now? Span here is an inline element. What it does, it would take as much space as it requires, unlike div, okay. It would, if the element is this small, it would take this much space only. Now where do we use div and span? When it comes to section, what do we want? We want to take up the entire space. So this is where we use the div. but the span here is used when we want to highlight or give a styling to a particular word in a big line. So now let's just see the use of div, span, class and ID. Okay, so let's just put this particular section in one div. So the div element is a paired element. We are going to come across a lot of block line elements and inline elements in the upcoming tutorial. Okay, so this is where my first section starts and here where it ends. Now let's just see for ourselves how does the div looks like. It hasn't changed this particular section, okay, but if we inspect this, so to inspect we can press Ctrl Shift I. Now I have changed the position of my inspect panel using the 3 dots here. So now we will see what happens in div. So you can see that I have declared div here, okay, and this div has created or taken up the entire row. Now if I add a span, let's just add span to this particular heading, okay, span is also a paired element. Just save it, okay. Now the line, this is section 2 is inside this span. So let's just see how does the div look like. Div takes the entire row even if it required this much space only. Now in span what is happening is it is only taking as much space as it wants to. You can see there, right? So this is the difference between div and span. So now let's just remove span and see the usage of class here. So this is my div. Now to declare a class, class will act as an attribute, okay, and the class name as the value. So the class here is the attribute, then the equal to sign and the double quotes would have the class name. So let's just name it as C1. So when we want to call a class and give some styling to it, okay, what would we do is we will use a dot and then the class name. Now remember the class name is a case sensitive, okay. Now what do I mean by case sensitive? That if you enter a capital C here and a small c here while calling it and giving it styling, it would not recognize the class, okay. So remember the numbers or the characters you are particularly using. So let's just give it as color blue. Let's just remove this H2, H1 grouping because we need to see the relation between the 5 selectors in the next tutorial, okay. So class C1 I have given and I have called it and given it color. Let's just give it color green, okay. And remove this as well because that can create some problems. So let's just remove. So you can see that this particular section has been colored. Now I can use this particular thing again and again as many times as I want to. Like I have used it for the section 3 as well. Okay. Now as I refresh it, you can see that even the section 3 color has changed. So this is how you use a class. Now let's just see for ID, okay. If I use a ID for this particular H2, to call an ID, we use the ID as an attribute and the ID name as the value of the attribute. So let's just see the ID name as ID1. Now when we call it and want to give some particular, define the styling for that element, what we do is we call it by using a hash and then the ID name. And now we will give the property, okay. Let's just give color only and give it as red and save it. So now you can see that that particular element has changed into ID. Now ID should be only used once, that is once the ID is called here, make sure you don't use that ID again and again for different elements. Instead use class. Okay, so we will see the usage of ID and class more and understand it more while creating our own website. Till then, keep exploring and let's meet in the next tutorial and discuss the relation between the 5 types of simple selectors. Thank you.
For more videos, download our app from the Play Store.